Hello, challenging tubers. Oh, microphone's not in the right spot. Hey guys, welcome back. Let's play Shining Force 2 with the Tactics Plus ROM hack. Me, Blueankylo. Our music today is still Shining Force 3's soundtrack. So enjoy. With that said, let us get back into our game. Last episode was a while ago for me. We climbed Mount Volcanon. Peter already had joined, but for reals. And then, when did Gerhalt? When did he join? Now I'm confused. Normally he joins. No, we had him earlier, right? Right. He joined back in Rubble instead of May. Yeah. So we're gonna get someone new. We've already seen them in the next. Well, after the next fight, I guess. Or no, in the next fight. Oh boy, this serious music. Maybe put me on edge. Anyway, you know the drill. We're playing a ROM hack. I'm trying not to get too salty and upset with the difficulty and having a good time. So let's get to it. Meanwhile, monsters have attacked and killed most of the birds, including Peter, who is a bird, and then instead of a werewolf coming to save the day, an archer, who is certainly totally useful character. Our first duplicate, double archer, yeah. Alright, so Elric joins pretty early compared to normal. And here we are. So this is another pretty significantly tweaked map. We've got, zombies right around us at the beginning here. Spooky music confirmed. We got some monks. There used to be like this dark cloud or evil cloud used to be like down here or something, I think. So this is like, well, usually the fight had to go all the way down to the ground level, the bottom floor. But now everything is here, so we really, really need to be careful about going down these steps. In fact, most of the fight, I think, will happen around this line, is the way I see this. So we need to secure the top floor and try to hold out, if we can. So that means people with good defense, in theory, we want to hold maybe like these two tiles, and try not to die to Blaze 2, I guess. We did, however, recently get, don't forget, the heal rod. So we now have sort of infinite healing for two of our characters. So both our regular healer and our mage, who somehow has not died. That's pretty good. Those two can now heal us as well as do other things. So we'll see how that works. So Blue does have a lot of defense, even more than the turtle, because of the earring. So the turtle could have like 46 defense if I'd really committed, but that's fine. I think we want to try to rush the zombies down first and then reposition to guard the stairs. Although maybe we, from far away, take some shots. That's a bit too far away. On the evil cloud, because this thing can fly and it'll just come and hit whoever it wants. So maybe we could carefully just kill it like that, super easy. Yep. Just like that. That's exactly how you play the game. You just get a lucky double and win. And then you don't have to worry about enemies flying around. Great tactics. I'm just being silly, but yeah. it is the name of the mod, right? They're the hack, so. Those guys are looking really aggro. Now, Peter, we know, is not really... He's got no HP and defense is only... Well, default is terrible. We could try... That guy is stunned? Okay, very nice Jaha. I didn't even notice. Because I'm going so fast. My bad. Both of the zombies are stunned. Wow, okay. So no need to waste resources on them. I do want to show off the town background a little bit more closely. Because we got quite the spooky town. Very, very Spooktober themed. I know I missed my Spooktober streams this year. I feel a little bad, but... Time is hard. Life is difficult, guys, I shouldn't have to explain it. What do we want to do with Sarah? No one's taken damage. Slow sleep. I could have her attack, but then, like, Gerhalt can't get in there. Ooh, the Red Assassins. This was always a fun song. We don't need healing. We don't need detoxing. I don't think you can... I would guess that you can't slow golems either. She has 34 defense, which is not that amazing. I'm just going to pull her back, and, I mean, there's not really anything to do. Well, we'll demonstrate her heal rod. It does get her free XP, so you can technically now grind both Kazan and Sarah infinitely leveled if you wanted, because you could just spam this forever for 0 HP and get 10 XP. It would be horribly boring, but you could get them to level 99, I guess, if you really want. Good job, Chester. Yeah, I definitely want to kill these zombies now, so we have time to reposition. Good. I will let Kazan get the kill to... Well, I will... Should I? He's... Actually, he can't. He's Ice Mage. We could try to do an attack boost for somebody. Maybe the 2 archers? I feel like this is a good map for the archers. So if we boost them both up or attack up them... we got this new guy, Elric, who if you knew, we could have bought another power earring and handed it to him right away. That would have... Well, he already has a lot of attack power, but he could have had up to like 63 attack power. Okay, so the problem is he's definitely glass cannon. I could attack a zombie here, but I think for now we're going to try to finish this guy off. Yeah, easy peasy. Yeah, Elric does a lot of damage. Alright, so now we can start blocking the road. Blue goes first. Jaha also has good defense. I'm really surprised the mage decided to hit us with a stick instead of... These guys have blaze too, right? Yeah. And we need to deal damage so that the monks focus on healing rather than attacking. Their attack power, I mentioned this a couple episodes ago, is ridiculous. This is standard enemy mage monks that just... I mean, he's got 15 more attack power than the defensive frontliners. Like, it's just... I don't know. It was like this in the vanilla game, and the hacks just implemented more. I really don't think enemy healers should have... I mean, it's a monk, okay, they're kind of cross healer slash fighter, but they seem to always have way more attack power than your healers or even the enemy melee. And I'm not saying they should have, like, you know, Sarah level attack power, but I feel like not much more than the other melee characters would be nice. I don't know. Alright, we haven't taken any damage yet. Still, honestly, doing really well. Let's see if we can put the mage to sleep. Ah. Okay, we have to be more careful with Turtle. Low HP. Still a fair number of spellcasters. It would be nice to put, you know, the tank in front of the golems or the zombies, but for now, good. So the monk is wasting its time healing. Now we could start doing combos. We could do like an Ice 2, or we could try slowing them for less defense, which I think, honestly, might be more effective in the long run. Actually, it might have been better to attack up some of my melees. Oh, we could. Oh, this looks pretty good. Peter, I think the golems are weak to fire. I know the zombies are for sure. So let's see how... this is the first time I've ever actually done it. Peter casting fire. So 16 damage for Blaze 2, 21 against an undead, and 19 against a golem. That's not bad. I thought it was a total of like 50 damage. You know, spread out, but... Okay, we have to be careful, Chester. Very low defense. I don't... No, he can attack. Yeah, this is... I'm not going to say safe, but if we start pushing down a little now... Gerhalt has... okay defense. Not great. We're just gonna start shooting down from up above now, like I sort of wanted. Ooh, look at that. Good job, Elric. Elric is just slaying. Ah, it's beautiful. Put some damage on. I think we've got a pretty good setup here. Especially if we can kill this mage, because then it's just golems and zombies and we're pretty much fine. Jaha does have good defense, so I'm okay putting him down here. Honestly, once we get rid of the spellcasters, these guys, like, they do a bit of damage, but I think we can handle that. Okay, back to Kazan. Thinking of an attack up again, given my melee group. I think, like, as much as the free spell is nice, you have to get so much closer, and then you block all the spots up. Having a long-range boost buff spell like this early on, I think it's an optimal choice most of the time. So speaking of cool new spells, we haven't really had a chance to use a lot of Aura, but it is a really good spell if you didn't know. Yeah. Okay, so the turtle hasn't really had a chance to do anything. That's fine. We can sneak around here with Gear Halt to keep getting some attacks. We definitely need to kill that, if possible. We want to kill that mage. He's going to get another turn pretty soon, I think. I could have Peter go for it. He'll be in range of, like, 1 melee attack. Oh, he didn't even do enough damage. But he got the level, which is... Okay, and we can double with Chester. Good. Cool. Alright, good strat, good strat. Now we just got to start thinning the herd of golems. This is looking good. I'm pretty excited with this fight. Things have gone to plan, which is always impressive. Because it doesn't always... You know, the best plans don't necessarily work if the enemy, you know, doubles you on turn 1 and you die. Oh, I should have... I gotta remember, I don't have to cast Heal 1 ever again. So, try to remember that. So I don't think this is going to work particularly well, but I want to test it out. I believe golems are strong to ice and weak to fire in this mod. Is that less than a normal freeze too? That seems pretty normal, around 20 damage. Ooh, double defense up. Good. Alright, just heal yourself. Yeah, we knew Peter was going to get punched. Look at how much red the turtle is helping. Okay, Jaha might want to reposition. Let's try to get rid of their healer. Peter. Okay, I'm planning to heal him, but I got a 3-way blaze for his last MP, and I think that's worth it. Gerhalt. Just keep punching. Yeah, just keep punching. Gerhalt is definitely, like, he was a good unit in the base game, and with an attack up, it certainly helps. But, like, I think he got a bit of a buff in this one with the movement and stuff, so. Alright, get rid of the Master Monk. No more healing for them. Blue, just chop them up. Looking good. Janet. Yeah, I mean, we got this in the bag. We're pretty much solid. Jaha's... We're at like 29 agility approximately, which means the enemies are going to get their turns pretty soon. I'm just going to hold off for a second. Although I trust the turtle. I shouldn't. Do we go for the greed? Greed. It is possible, not anymore, that the zombie would finish off Peter, but I think we're good. Oh man, so good. Okay, well that was flawless victory for sure. Absolutely perfect. Great job, team. Your support via the YouTube in the future significantly made that a better fight. So the first time I played that in my my test campaign, I definitely had a rougher time. Although the Return to Grons one I think is harder if you're playing that ROM hack. Keep talking about it, but this ROM hack I think is less punitive for some of these early dungeons or early battles. Alright, so now we bring this odd guy. It's kind of strange. And also we're going to get another new unit to join, so let's go get that. As soon as you walk outside, you get the Bird Warrior Luke. Alright, so how are we looking here? This all went way too easily. So Peter is still here. There's Luke. He needs an accessory. Elric needs an accessory. So I am not a huge fan of Luke and Peter in this ROM hack. They are both kind of weak. I mean, Luke was always kind of hit and miss in the original for me. You might notice he has some MP. So let's see what that is. He has he's another hybrid, right? He's got a attack magic. He does have more movement than usual. I think usually Bird Warriors have 6 move. So that's a plus. But I think I have to give him the defense up armlet or he's just dead instantly, kind of like Peter. And then we're going to get an attack up for Elric, I think. Just because, well, because she's got range 3. I think archers really shine just doing tons of DPS and generally keeping them safe. We're gonna have to do a little backtracking though, I believe, because they don't sell. They sell the defense ones here, which is good. But we'll have to go back up the mountain to get the upgraded attack earring, which only take a minute. All right, let's go shopping. I think I have enough money, so it's fine. Should do a quick inventory reassessment here too. Wrong store. Where's the... This multi-level... Is it? Yeah, it's... Must have just missed it. Yeah, just blind Ankylo doing his regular Ankylo thing. I still feel bad I never tested the Thieves' Dagger on any of the daggers, but just don't have the money. Okay, power earrings, there we go. Let's get Elric into the stratosphere for damage. We're totally out of money. We have a gold nugget if we really want more. We have power earrings here, so Chester is still offensive-minded, which is dangerous. We didn't get the upgraded defense for Jaha yet. The upgraded offense, upgraded defense. So we're missing 2 defensive circlets, I believe, currently. Do we have any? I don't think we have any mithril left, right? I already sold all that. We could. Yeah, we're just out of money. It's fine. I don't want to sell the gold nugget because I'm still pretty sure we're gonna have some game overs and lose half. So unless we want to do some grinding, we can't afford 4 more defense for a couple dudes. We could sell that, but we're honestly pretty close to promotion anyway. I believe the unpromoted level cap... Maybe I should have mentioned it earlier, but I think the unpromoted level cap is actually just 20. So, we're promoting early, and there's no option. So we want to hold on to the promotion items. And we're going to want to find the other ones for all the different options, because, there were magic tunnels once upon a time. Too bad they're all gone. Okay, so I think that's it. I did get the this item, right? Last episode? Yeah. Clank. Would be nice if we had some mithril to sell. Okay, let's save down here, or make sure no one's poisoned or anything. Just so if we die or aggress, we come back to here. So this is one of those technically split parts of the game where you have an option on how you want to do things. Normally, I think you're sort of just expected to go fight the KRAKEN. Actually, we should save down here. This is even closer. But there's 2 different branches that lead towards the Taros boss fight. So we have an option to either go to the next town via the KRAKEN fight, or to do some optional battles. Well, not optional, but some... We have to do them one way or the other, but you can either do the KRAKEN and head west, or we could go east and do some artifacting. I don't actually know. Usually the KRAKEN fight is harder. And I usually do the KRAKEN fight first, because I think that's the intended progression. Because then you meet Road in the town there, and he doesn't listen. Whereas if you do the other stuff first, you don't get to see part of the possible dialogue. So I guess we'll try the KRAKEN. If it goes poorly, I might just go do the other. There's like 2 fights you can do and get a couple level ups first. Spoilers, there's a KRAKEN. But I think actually the KRAKEN here, there's a little glitch when they spawn. That happens a couple times in the hack. But I think this is actually slightly easier than vanilla. I think he's actually got less HP. If I remember correctly, vanilla KRAKEN head has like 80 or something. And a range 3 bubble attack, and he gets 2 attacks, and it just sucks. We also start in a slightly better position. Not quite just surrounded, although the enemies are pretty close. There's also no 1 range tentacles. I think these are all the 2 range guys, so still not easy. I'm gonna just test out a little bit of... Sure. I mean, water enemies should be weak to lightning, right? That's the rule. Alright, Jaha, you're gonna have a hard time contributing much. Okay, but Janet, we got 2 archers over here. Let's try focusing the one on the left over. Oof, Chester's gonna die. Well, another time where Chester dies before he even gets a turn. You hate to see it. I really wish I had, like, Sarah on the left and Kazan on the right, so we could... or do we just... We don't have any offensive magic on her yet. Okay, we're gonna use an aura here to get 2 people healed. That's better than 1. 2 is better than 1, did you know? Krakens. Where's my mages? They're both set up for nice little 3 hits. Okay, we're gonna try to focus one down. Ooh, 7 damage. Maybe we should go do the other fights first. Let's see how much ice does. 22, 26, 20. I mean, they're so nicely set up. I can't resist. Do the same thing here. But we didn't actually kill any of them. Finish off the weak one. Wasn't sure exactly how much damage we do, so... I suppose, like, Luke will just die again if we send him in there, so we'll show off Blast, too. Which has got a huge AoE, but I don't think it does very much damage. Definitely the weakest of the elemental damage spells. Couldn't even finish off an arm. Well... Oh, no! My input, because I slowed the game... Dang it! That might have been the mistake. I was going to bolt... And that would have killed one for sure. Although it is stunned, so it doesn't really change much. Well, Chester died before he could get a turn. If we only have 1 death, I'll still say this is pretty good, but I got a bad feeling about Peter here. Pretty good. And we only heal like 15, that's not enough. Man, our damage output is not feeling great. Gotta get rid of this guy at least. Get that level up. Alright, let's just keep blasting them with magic. Seeing as they're sort of grouped up, that's nice. Alright, good job, Kaz. Really good. My tanky characters can definitely survive better than normal. Like, I'm used to... This fight, basically, like, defense means nothing. You know, they just, if they want to kill you, they just kill you, right? Alright, we're gonna send Luke over for healing. Jaha's just gonna keep slowly punching them. We're gonna try to get up. We can hit them from 2 sides if we get into that corner. Get these archers involved. But yeah, this is looking... better than, like, first turn I'm like, oh, we're doomed. But now it's turning around, you know. It's just the AI, you know. Sometimes the AI is really smart. So I should have put Peter beside Luke, but oh well. Let's get some XP for Sarah. I don't suppose one of these guys is very nearly dead. No, let's just try to keep Peter alive for a bit. And we have a backup healer. Okay, that turtle's gonna need some help. But we've mostly cleared the lower tier. I don't know if Luke constitutes help, but he needs a crit. Well, he got a crit and a double. Yeah. Alright, this guy can make it. Good, Janet. I mean, this gal. Not quite a kill. Uh-oh. That guy was a bit more aggressive. I don't know if it's worth it. Aura is a good spell. Might as well use it. 25 XP, you know. Okay, Peter can get the kill here. Good for Peter. Like I said, I'm not a huge Peter fan in this hack, but trying to use him. Let's go with reducing defense. Yeah, minus 13 defenses. That's no joke. And we'll take some shots. Should be pretty awesome damage. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I say that was a good decision. Could bolt him to get the kill. Sure. What are we gonna use the... We're not gonna use the bolt on the boss. That'd be silly. That gets Blue a level up. I think we might have this. I mean, you never know. Going into the fight with the Kraken itself is always a bit spooky. But so far, well, we are kind of running out of MP here too. I'm spending it all on preemptive healing. It would be nice to have some auras in reserve. But I could definitely have just taken a bit. Okay, in the future, I'm gonna try to remember if I'm in a safe spot to just take a couple turns, just do some free healing rather than blasting away on aura really quick. Aura is great for like what do you call it? Like burst, I suppose, right? Like just getting healing done fast. But sustainability, you still run out pretty quick. Okay, Geralt has decent he's got okay defense and kind of weak attack at the moment. We can still do more slowing to make it a little bit easier here. Save. I definitely want to do an attack up. Maybe I'll try to get people set up for a good one right before we fight the boss. Like, ideally, we slow the boss and attack up, like, I don't know, whoever's strong, Geralt and maybe Peter or something. People that don't have weapons optimally. Alright, no problem with that one. Guess we want to be on the right side. We could just charge. Ye old charge. No, let's not rush too much. Actually, getting the archers the attack up might be the real plan. This is dangerous. Yeah, alright. 13. That's not as bad as that could have been. Can't get close enough to slow anything. Can't really get close enough to heal anybody. I guess I could do... Oh no, I can't afford to heal level 2 even. Well... Sure, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Just take that XP, get a level up. Alright, so I think this is definitely a good time to start doing some attack upping. I know the archer could get a nice bonus out of it, but Peter and Geralt get like the most because they don't have weapons. They get the most bang for that buck. Oh, if we move here, we could attack. Just start focusing. Thank you. I think we can actually kill the Kraken head pretty fast because it doesn't have as much defense or as much HP as I think it used to have. No, that'd be foolish. Let's use his MP here. I always gotta remember he can cast magic. There you go. And so, if you're on Team Luke, he gets the aura spell. Is he a frontline fighter? No, he's a flying support with offensive and defense and healing magic. It's wild. It takes a complete shift on how you use some of these characters. Now, Geralt would be the best person because he's going to have 63 attack. Jaha's already hurt a little bit. Maybe he can just distract the Kraken? I don't know. Actually, I don't think it really matters. I think the Kraken's dead. We should have just attacked. Turns out that was easier than expected. So, I actually think, you have to play smart, but I think that fight is actually easier in the Romhack than in vanilla. This is a notorious fight. It's like the first, serious difficulty spike in the base game. And, yeah, we just crushed it. Like, not really a huge challenge, so... there's 2 Mithril here, I believe. One was in that side one was in that one, and there should be something in the abandoned tavern. I think this is usually the running ring. So we get a movement pimento instead. Those are hard. You don't want to use them until you promote, because I think when you promote it resets your movement. So you definitely want to wait. I guess Chester died, but we're going to be hearing that story a few times. Chester might maybe he'll be the first one to get benched. I don't know. We'll see. We do have another shop. So the advantage of doing this first rather than, you know, the side quest sort of is you get some new items a little earlier for some of your characters. Notably, not much new, but the spear for Chester, who we know is always going to die. So great use of your money to give the guy who's always dead a weapon. We really have to think of Chester as more like an archer, like an original archer with range 2. But that's it. Or is Steel Arrow, is that new? It is also new. Okay. Sure, let's make our archers even stronger. If I can find the money for it. Okay, we'll sell Janet's old arrow. Now, we are getting pretty close to the part in the base game where you get range 3 attacks with the Robin arrow anyway, pretty soon. Is this new? I think... yeah. We go Power Fist up to, we don't have enough money for the glove. I don't know why a leather glove is stronger than a Power Fist, but, you know. Anyway, we'll sell some more Mithril to afford more stuff. Jaha. Yeah, he's having a bit of a hard time with his damage. Okay, but I think that's everything. So we could continue trying to upgrade some of our defenses. So I think for now we just focus on Jaha being defendy and just keep giving him the defense ups. Because we don't have very many frontliners. If you assume that Peter, Chester, and Luke have terrible defense now, which they kind of do, they can no longer really hold the line like they used to be able to a little bit. So we need someone else, and I think that's going to be Jaha for a while. I'm just going to put this in someone who doesn't have a weapon. Peter, you can hold on to that. I don't want to use it yet. So we still have one Mithril. Hopefully that music's not too loud. Let me turn it down just a touch. Alright, hopefully that's a little bit better balanced. Sometimes just a little bit too loud. So, there's one more person that needs an upgrade arm, right? It's Geralt. Do we want him to be tankier or more damagey? I mean, you know, like I said before, you can have both and switch them when you need them, but... like, his 46 attack power is starting to look pretty bad. At 28 defense is, like, Chester tier, and Geralt doesn't have a ranged attack. I think we just gotta focus on defense mostly for now. Oops. Oh, no, that is right. Auto... oh, we're out of money. Okay, but that's fine. We have just enough. If we sell Geralt's old circlet, we'll be able to afford it. So I actually think that the money balancing is pretty good in this hack. It's a little tight, and if you die more than I die, then you're definitely going to run out. So it might be a little bit too punishing, you know, unless you're saving and loading or something. But basically, like, it's fine as long as you're not dying and losing half your gold. But if you are, then you probably don't have anywhere near enough to do anything. But I don't know if that's maybe that's the idea. So I think that's pretty much it for this town. We can talk to this guy and get another history lesson. I believe this is sort of what connects Shining Force 1 to 2, is the story that these guys tell you here. These are like a group from the first game that traveled here, basically, if I remember correctly. And long ago set up a town here. And then this guy who doesn't like us because we don't have anything old. We're too young. Kids these days. Alright, so I think that's it. So now that we've got the town established, we could go west to find the Shrine of Taros, which has the whatever the name of the vehicle is. Always skips that. The landing at Parmesia. Yeah, this is where Runefloth or Guardiana sent some people, I think. So if we go left, we'll fight a desert fight and head to the Taros Shrine. But there's nothing really to get there. So even if we did that, you wouldn't be able to kill Taros. You'd have to come back here and do some more exploring. So we might as well just do that exploring now. And we could have done this before the Kraken. The fight is about the same tier as the one in Pedo or whatever by Volcanon. Similar enemies anyway, so it's not like this is much harder. This is probably our last fight for the episode. So we got a pretty big group. We're one away from full size. So how do we want to tackle this? I don't want to rush forward too much, and we got to keep... well, we got a low movement kind of map, so I got to be a bit more cautious. Also, yeah, turtles. Free heal, sure. No, let's keep him a little bit back. Peter can fly, so he can go wherever we need him. I will say against, you know, zombies and stuff, there's not that many zombies, but, you know, fire is theoretically good against them. Geralt. I have faith. So this is the kind of map where Geralt really shines. He's got 7 movement and is not affected by some terrain types. So that tends to give him a nice boost. Not quite flying, but still pretty helpful. Yeah, that's not safe. The counter! That's brutal. That might have cost him. Yeah, half his HP on a counterattack. That's not cool. I think... So, sure, why not? Do some lightning. And then Jaha, try to finish off the monk. Also set up for maybe the mage to hit him instead of casting range. And then we try to focus down the mages if we can. I'm going to move Sarah up a little bit. Ooh, nice too. The bustling wilderness. It's got that western theme, kind of like Wild Arms. Alright, Gerhalt's fine. Got the counter even. Beautiful. Kazan, what you gonna do? I think it's just some more buffs here. Get the damage dealers stronger. Alright, Turtle, go. 21 damage, and I think I saw the stun effect there. Beautiful. Very nice. Very nice. Well, Chester can only attack one guy, so that's what he'll do. Double attack. Great. I guess Peter can just... the mage already had its turn, so we don't have to worry about rushing it quite. Still kill him. Gotta level up again. Looking pretty good. Archers are definitely having a bit of a hard time catching up. Luke. Yeah, this is fine. If we could kill this guy before he gets a turn, that'd be ideal. The cloud was stunned, so I was confident. Let's kind of move up together. Jaha. You know, if the golems want to hit you, that's probably fine. I think we got another stun? Heck yeah. Okay, the archers are definitely too slow right now. Can't keep up. Peter even getting a kill. Geralt might want some healing. We can do that. I can accommodate. Honestly, this is looking really secure. Kind of lured that monk down. That's actually because he didn't get an attack, so like that's pretty good. I think the smokes might be strong to ice, but he's currently stunned. So we'll just go for the AoE. See, 11, 21. You know, 33 overall or 32 overall damage. That's not terrible, you know. I'm gonna have red move up a little bit. Make some space. Critical hit. Still stunned. Okay, let's finish off the monk if we can. Close. And then Jaha, your Operation Distraction. I think we got another stun. Oh, he's getting stuns all the time now. Beautiful. Geralt can be Operation Double Distract. Peter is not really defensive enough, but has magic that these guys are probably weak to. Yeah. Almost forgot. Okay, so we haven't really taken any hits recently, right? No one's... Yeah, pretty chill. So... the fight is practically over. I mean, I'm just going to farm some XP for Sarah to get her a couple, maybe a level up or something. I guess we could have killed the monk before he healed, but... didn't really matter. Alright. So the zombies should have like a poison attack if they affect you, but so far not a big problem. We also have... Is he... His attack is up. Might as well attack with him. I was thinking of using his spell, but he had one more boosted attack. Those two are ready to die. Did I get poison there? No. I should show off some of the animation. I know like the forest had some nice, but look at that desert oasis background. That's beautiful. I do like the attention to detail on these ROM hacks when they add nice little touches like that. Pretty cool. So we did take a tiny amount of damage. But there's not much fight left, so might as well just auras for good XP. Honestly, today's episode, I feel like I'm on my game today. Like this is going well. Now it might slow down a little bit here as we cross the desert, because well, it's a desert. We can some of our team can only move 2 squares at a time, and I don't really want the flyers to head off alone because they're not that strong. I'll do one more aura, and then I'll start saving MP. I'll just use like a regular heal staff. Ah, beautiful! So I was waiting to show this off. So Sarah doesn't get Blast, she gets Deo, which is, oddly enough, our first summon spell. So it's single target rather than area of effects. You can't split the damage of ult summons like the old. And Deo is, I believe, still Wind Elemental? I think, because Apollo is fire, Neptune is ice. There is not really an earth element, so I think Deo counts as wind for elemental efficiency. And Atlas, I don't know, maybe is non-elemental or something. I don't actually know. Okay, don't rush out. Just be patient. Luke doesn't really have defense. Blue does. The golems aren't super dangerous, so I don't need to like over cautiously approach. Like the monk to maybe go after Geralt or something. Geralt. Not a very good setup for an attack spell. This guy is pretty strong against ice anyway, so we'll just hide here. Ah, right for Sarah, hey? Well, let's throw some fire down. Good job, Peter. Okay, now we attack. Gonna move blue around. Honestly, the golem's not that threatening, so... I mean, there you go, he's dead anyway. Monk's focusing on healing. Free infinite healing. I should be using Kazan's too, actually. I keep forgetting that he's actually now a backup healer. Go for the zombie. Try to finish it off. Close. It's fine, no big deal. Only 1 damage, not like it really matters. And only 1 XP, so you get what you give. Janet's been doing pretty well. I mean, she joined nice and early. She's first to level 20. And I believe that's the cap. We'll find out if you get to level 21 and it just resets you to 20, then you know for sure. And I believe that's what's going to happen. Has anyone taken any hits? Oops. Meant to check, not just spam. Good counter. We'll just cast some lightning on him. Okay, they seem pretty strong to lightning. I guess they're kind of earth elemental, right? Like, I guess that makes sense. There's really not much fight left. Oh, we... Show it off. We have exactly enough MP. $51 damage. Woohoo! Sarah's pretty good, yo. Okay, don't forget that we can heal. Sure. We could also have done the attack spell or something, but that's fine. We're just gonna wait for them to... Yeah. Okay, still kind of stuck here. Get that attack. Get that shot. Oh, she's killing it. 37 damage. Amazing. I'm very impressed. I mean, archers, you know, I just default to them being useless, so it's quite nice having them really crush things. It's a tricky balance. I think because they have the natural weakness of no one range and terrible defense usually, and HP, you really got to give them a lot of glass cannony offense, or else why would you ever even try to use them? Oh, the chances... This guy... We're just going to have Geralt smack him, basically. Let's not mince words here. Geralt will be fine. Well, Blue can smack him a little. I think Geralt... No. If Peter stays there, he won't... Geralt won't have a spot. Geralt will do more damage. I don't know if I've tested this. I feel like it probably won't work. Yeah. But there, now we've tested it. And Geralt, it turns out, could actually make it all the way to the forest, because he's awesome. So awesome. So, the turtle is falling behind in levels a little bit here. Kazin didn't get a level up, but... Okay, so that's a fight. It's actually repeatable. This is not the first repeatable fight, but I could show off how that works if you're curious. Anyway, we found the archaeologists, and we'll bring them back to Ribble here in a bit, or whatever the name of Ribble is. And we also get some loot. Attack up. Alright, so we have to have Peter, after meeting... You can't even come here, but you need the boat. But basically, Peter from Mount Volcanon explains to them what's going on, and they join up. And there's no secrets here in the mountains. Okay, we triggered the repeat fight. Huzzah. We're not doing it, but it actually kind of saves us some... It's done on purpose, because this is where we need to go. Almost. Not quite. But it's fine. Okay, so with that... Oh, we're already getting pretty late. Yeah, we better end the episode here. There's another fight in here. So, I guess we could use the power wine. Nothing else is really relevant. We do have that memento, and we are possibly at promotion time, which is tricky because I'd also like to get the optional side upgrades. Like there's 5, I think, different, alternate promotions, and we don't have them yet. So we'll double check for sure if level 20 is the cap, and then I'll start deciding how I'm going to do that. But yeah, we'll let's give, as we've been doing, let's make Blue even stronger. There we go. 55 attack. Heck yeah. Go Team Blue, right? Okay, well, let's end the episode here. Today's episode, I have to say, the fights I was pretty happy with. Chester died on the KRAKEN automatically, but what are you going to do about it? Chester just dies. Chester dies. That's the theme of the game. Yeah, good times, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time for... We might make it to Talos next time. 3 fights? Maybe. Anyway, see you there. Have a great day.